Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Pritika B. Gonsalves, and we are back with a webinar series. Remember the one which we had about 2 years back? It was called Psychology of Daily Lives. So now it's back with Psychology of Daily Lives webinar series 2025. And we will be talking about different topics and also the things that you would like to know. So let's move forward. So, yes, today we're going to talk about unique self love analogies for happier you. But before we go forward into this, let's don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, towards the end of the webinar, I would be telling something important. So please be there till the end. You have any questions, you can always comment and I will reply. So many a times there are teenagers, or for that matter, even adults who tell me that they don't understand the concept of self love. So I have made this in an analogy form so that you guys understand it better. So let's move forward and get into the deep insights of self love so it will help you to make it a part of your life. Now, as it's mentioned in the slide, self love is more than a buzzword. It's the foundational of fulfilling life. It means prioritizing your well being, it's about nurturing your mental and emotional health. This presentation explores self love through seven insightful analogies, offering practical ways to cultivate it in your daily life. Now, self love is not something that you hurt somebody and say that this is self love. No, it's not. You can't hurt somebody and say this is self love. Self love is prioritizing yourself by making yourself important, but also not hurting somebody else. You need to be very, very careful with this. Okay. So let's move to the next slide. Self love is like a garden. So there is a graph that when you do it regularly, you will see the growth, you will see the increase in prioritizing yourself. Just like as the analogy says, self love is like a garden. Just like plants, you need care to flourish. Okay, so what does the plant need? Sunlight, water, right? In the same way, we need healthy food, positive thoughts, rest, and we need to do it consistently every day. Not like saying, okay, today I did it, tomorrow it's okay, I can neglect it, I can do it after 2, 3 days. That's not what you have to do. You have to do it regularly, come what may. Okay, just like how you look after your garden, nurturing it so that it blooms of happiness. When you water your soul with kindness and pull out weeds of self doubt, you create a space where joy thrives. For example, forgiving yourself for a mistake like missing a deadline lets you grow confidence instead of guilt, brightening your outlook. I hope you all understood this part of the analogy, right? And I hope you will treat yourself like a beautiful garden, watering yourself regularly. Self love is your oxygen mask. Yes, it is. You may be wondering how, right? Like putting on an oxygen mask. Um, First, in a plain emergency, self love ensures you're strong enough to face life turbulence with great strength. Prioritizing your needs, say, taking a quiet evening to recharge after a stressful week, gives you the energy to tackle challenges with clarity, reducing overwhelm and fostering calm contentment. Also, many of us are workaholics, I'm sure, but I would say at least once a week, take a rest day or take a day to just recharge yourself so that your productivity becomes better. I hope you will do this after this webinar and you will use this lifelong, right? So, self love is like a bank account. Does anybody think it's true? Okay. So, self love is an emotional bank account. Let's put it in that way. Regular deposits of self care builds a reserve of happiness. Small acts like a favorite coffee without rushing into drinking that add up. Over time, these moments compound, creating a wealth of inner peace that cushions you against life's up and down. Do you agree with this? Also, you need to keep in mind that you need to avoid withdrawals. Overwork, self criticism, negative self talk are withdrawals. They leave you depleted and your energy goes low, leaving you with low self esteem. Maintain balance. So, track your account balance by noticing self esteem levels. Uh, how do you check your bank account to see how much is there, how much how much the money has increased or how much profits you have got? You need to do that analysis for your self love too. You could do it like maybe have a self esteem logbook or maybe self esteem tracker, right? This will help you in the long term for sure. Self love is like a muscle. Do you agree to this? So you see in the pie diagram what it shows. Exercising regularly. I always tell my clients or my students that exercise is very, very important. Exercise keeps us not only physically fit but also mentally healthy. Practicing self talk. I know it's very difficult because the world's negativity has set into our mind and we use the negative self talk more rather than the positive one. So I would say use positive affirmations. Your skills, your abilities, make that into positive affirmation and use it when you get up in the morning. Put positive affirmations on your mobiles, okay? Or maybe on your desk, put sticky notes with positive affirmations. Or in your room, put positive affirmations. It will help you a lot. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries are very much important. We have to say no when things don't align with us. You might notice that as you grow up, you say more of yes and less of no. But as a kid, you will observe that most of the time we say no. As a kid, we know our boundaries. But when we grow up, the world makes us to be people pleasers and say yes to everything, which again hurt ourselves. We are not able to give that much time to ourselves. And this impacts us a lot. Okay. So I wouldn't say put boundaries only for family and friends. Put it for colleagues. Put it for yourself. Sometimes we need to set boundaries for ourselves also, right? So ask yourself, are you setting the right boundaries for yourself? Are you strict with yourself with boundaries? I want you to think on this. So self love is a compass. Do you think so? What does a compass do? Shows the way, navigates life, right? What do you think? Yeah. So as I said, it navigates life. It also shows us different ways to reach a place, right? So maybe making our own choices, right? Trusting yourself. So how many of us really, really trust ourselves? That's a big question, right? In simple ways, I'll tell you, drive your own car. That is your life. Don't let others be on the driver's seat and help you navigate life or make choices or other people's validation. You need to be that strong enough that you navigate your life, you figure it out. If there is a problem, then there is a solution. And there's always a positive solution. Find out. There are choices. It depends on you. What do you find better? Make the right choices. Trust yourself. Trust your intuitions. Don't do things because other people are doing. I'll tell you a small incident. So growing up, I've seen this movie, okay, where the protagonist or the main lead chose the career because his friends were going into that career. And once that friend said, "Oh, I don't want to give the entrance exam," he too didn't give the entrance exam. And then he said, "No, I want to go to, I want to join the army." So he said, "Okay, my friends are joining the army, so I'm also joining the army." And then his friend couldn't clear the army entrance exam, but he cleared it. And then his friend said, "I didn't clear, so I'm not joining the army." And this person then became stuck. My friend is not joining the army. I cleared the exam. Now what? So if you want to become a doctor, you want to get into the army, that should be your choice, not because of your friends' career choices. So trust yourself. What is it that makes you unique? What are your talents? What are your skills that help you to choose the right thing? You just need to sit with yourself sometimes and just analyze. That's very much important. Self love is like tuning an instrument. How many of us just love to play musical instruments or love to listen to musical instruments? Well, I love to listen to musical instruments. Uh, I don't play musical instruments, never learned it, but would like to learn one day for sure. So always thinking that other people are going to check on you, other people are going to, you know, give you that love. Don't be like that. Check on yourself regularly. Sometimes our body starts paining, our head starts paining for no reason. Ask yourself, why is this happening? Have you taken stress the whole week? Are you under stress? Are you overstressed? What is it that your body is trying to tell you, right? Adjusting accordingly. So we shouldn't be so rigid and say, oh, this is so difficult to adjust. I cannot do this. Uh, we should be, I would say, people who are flexible. Okay, when things come, make yourself so flexible that you adjust to things. Again, not to uncomfortable things. If something is uncomfortable and you're feeling this is not good, let go. So how do you become flexible or adjustable when things are for growth and to come out of the comfort zone and to evolve? Basically, when you set your to-do list, keep some space where for emergency work or something coming out of the blue. Give that space over there so you know if anything emergency or if anything different comes, I can give time to that, right? Maintaining harmony. Obviously, we all want to have an harmonious life, right? So, where there is toxicity or where the people are not ready to accept your perspective, even though you're right, fine, just give your opinion and don't make an issue out of it. Sometimes people have to learn from their mistakes. So, let them fall and let them come back to normal. It will help them. You were there to give your advice and suggestion, but that doesn't mean you go out of the way or you get angry or upset that they are not following it. You did your part. Let them do theirs. You have to be in harmony. You need to enjoy yourself because you did your part, right? So, cultivating self love conclusion. So, cultivating self love is an ongoing process. Okay. You have to nurture it so that the tree or the plant becomes big. And this can happen only through consistent process. You can start today. You need to take that action to be consistent. Also, I would say keep reminders, uh, keep buddy partners, accountable partners, or maybe journaling to just see how consistent you have been loving yourself. You should be your own priority. This is something which we lack a lot. And why do we do that? I want you to analyze that why do you not think that you are an important part of your life? Okay. So let's do the activities over here. There are two activities. That the first one is memory collage ritual. So what you need to do here, create a tactile collage that captures moments when you feel proud or joyful, reinforcing your self worth through visual storytelling. Now, what is the materials that you need? Old magazines, scissors, glue stick, and a sturdy piece of cardboard. It should be like 12 by 12 inches. Optional stickers or colored pens. Now, what is a steps to do it? Set aside 30 minutes in a quiet space. You can also put an optional calming music. Okay. Flip through magazines and cut out images, words, or colors that remind you of personal victories, like a sunrise for a time you overcame fear, or a bold word like courage for a tough choice you made. Arrange these and glue these pieces onto the cardboard. letting your intuition guide the design. Add personal touches with pens or stickers, like writing a word that defines your strength. Display the collage everywhere where it is visible. Okay, like it could be at your desktop, or it could be on your bedside. You can click a picture also of the collage, okay, and keep it in your mobile. So these things help a lot. You can also click pictures so that you know wherever you feel that, okay, I'm feeling low. Obviously, you can't take the collage everywhere, right? So take a picture of the collage you make and put it in places that maybe at the workplace desk or in your laptop as a screensaver, whichever place where you see things quite often, right? So, what are the benefits of doing this? The activity anchors self love in tangible memories, boosting confidence by reminding you of your resilience. It's a creative way to shift focus from flaws to strength, fostering joy through self celebration. Any doubts? You can always ask in the comments, and I'm always there to help you out. Let's go to the second activity, that is soundscape meditation. Now, craft a personal soundscape using everyday objects to create a meditative experience that connects you to your inner self, which is calming and soothing, right? So, what are the materials needed? A quiet space, household items, for example, a glass, spoon, paper, small bell or pedals, a timer, or an optional notebook. Now, how to do this, right? So, let's be the musicians of our life. Why not? So, gather the three or five objects that can make soft sound. Tapping a glass, rustling paper. Sit comfortably and set a timer for 10 minutes. Close your eyes and now experiment with each object, creating gentle sound one at a time. Focus on their rhythm and texture. For example, slow taps or shakes. Combine sounds initiatively, letting them flow like a personal melody. Imagining they represent parts of you: strength, curiosity, happiness, anger. After that, jot down how you felt or what emotions surfaced if desired. Now, you may be wondering, why is this activity useful? This activity grounds you in the present, encouraging self acceptance through sensory exploration. By creating something uniquely yours, it builds a sense of agency and peace, deepening your connection to yourself. I know self love can get a bit difficult because we are not taught from an early age about self love. But it's not too late. Start now, and we can always be able to achieve that. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Start slow. You are able to do it. Everything is in your hands. You have all the resources inside you. Get that out. It's very, very helpful. And I'm always there to guide and help you. If you feel that you want to know more, you want to get into our trainings too, there is also a link in our description to our community, and you can join that, right? We have regular trainings with the best psychologists, which are expert led, and it's also affordable. But before we move to wrap this up, I would like to repeat, if you want the PPT, if you want more activities for self love, which are not generic, like the general ones which you get, which are more, you know, things that it will be able for you to do it. Um, Also, if you want worksheets, you want certificate for attending this webinar, we can provide that to you. The link is there in the description, and we will give it to you. Fill that, and accordingly, we will give you. And we are going to have this webinar series regularly so that it helps you. And I know that most of the time not able to attend the live webinars. That is why we are having this self-paced webinars where you can watch at your own suitable time, and it will make it easy for you to understand. You have any questions, you can always ask in the comments. You can share this webinar with your friends, family, with students, with parents who require this, also with working professionals. And if you want any other topic that you want us to touch on in the webinar, we can do that too. So see you soon or in our next webinar, which will be coming up soon. Okay. Any questions, any doubts, you can always ask. Do check our description and have a great time practicing self love. I hope you all understood what does self love mean, and you all will do it regularly as well as teach others too. Okay? So take care. This is Dr. Pritika signing off. And before that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Right? Take care, everyone.